Boxing King Media in association with Boxro. Francis Warren, a historic day for Queensberry Promotions. You believe you're signing the next Mike Tyson, as he's been worded?
We've signed Moses Itauma, not the next Mike Tyson. Listen, he's obviously just stated he's out to beat the record. It's an ambition, and it's a big one for sure. But I just think everyone's got their ambitions in life, and it's up to him to try and get there. Obviously, with the assistance and guidance of management and promoters and coaches and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, he's a young man with a mission. And who are we to say he can't do it? It's for us to encourage and support, and that's what we're going to do.
He said he wants to have 8 fights. I saw Mike Tyson's had 15 in his first year. Obviously, in this current day and climate, that's not realistic because the amount of money you'd have to put into him. But how realistic is that? Because I noticed a similar issue that Adam Azim's having now is getting opponents. Because when you're that good, the opponents want a lot more money. How does them factors play a part?
That's for us to work out, He's got, like I just said, we've got an ambition, and I was pretty much the same answer to the first question. We're there to support and help him achieve that ambition and that dream. So whatever means necessary. What we'll say though is it's for us to, if necessary, to pull it back a bit. If he needs a bit more learning, or if if certain things need extra work. But if everything is 100% smooth sailing, which at this point there's no reason to say it won't be, that's the ambition and that's the dream.
The current hold Queensberry have got on the heavyweight division, there's a very good chance you guys could have all the belts, whether they're scattered amongst 3 fighters or 1 fighter in 2 years' time. So there's a very good possibility he could be fighting Dubois, Joyce, or even Tyson Fury.
We'll see how it goes. Let's get his debut out of the way. I know, listen, that's sometimes the hindrance of stating a dream and an ambition. That's what everyone focuses on. And listen, it's gonna grab some attention, and it's gonna maybe put him under a bit of heat, but like I said, he's a guy with a dream, and hopefully he realises it.
I just want to know, because obviously
he's got the skills to do it. It's just obviously he's 18. He's still got a lot of maturing to do and a lot of development to do, and there'll be no one more cautious than myself and obviously his coach Dan Woolwich.
You've been around the game a long time, Francis, so you will have seen fighters, sparring, etc. So just tell me about your first impression when you walked into the ring, because you would have heard stories, but when you saw him spar for the first time, just tell me what your initial thoughts were.
Footwork, the head movement, the angles, it's just like, fucking hell. And he moves like a middleweight and punches like a super heavyweight. It's pretty spectacular, to be honest. And that comes from grafting at it. He's been watching. He tells me he used to sit up till like 3-4 in the morning watching boxing videos, go to sleep for a few hours, wake up in the morning and watch another sort of 10 hours of boxing videos every night. He studies it, he analyses it. Super tough on himself. And obviously, it comes with having a great team around you. His brother Carol's been absolutely magnificent with him since for a number of years. Encouraged him to make the most of his ability and make the most of his potential. And Dan Woolwich has looked after him since he was 9-10 years old as well, and has steered him the right way and made sure that he stays grounded, he stays humble to himself, and stays true to what he is, which is a boxer. He doesn't want to be a bit outlandish, doesn't want to be Mr. Outspoken. You can see in that press conference today, he's very polite, he's well mannered, he's thoughtful in what he says, and I think that if we continue on this path, we've got a superstar on our hands, because he's just going to, everyone's going to warm to him, everyone's going to want him to do well, and it's ticking every box.
Definitely. He's a southpaw, he's got a slick style, very similar to Usyk. If Fury does fight Usyk next, would you be chucking him in for some rounds with Tyson?
I think it'd be naturally great, great work for both guys, and slick southpaw, who better to draft in?
And on that fight, is there any latest? Because we've heard the contracts have been sent. Can you tell us anything?
No more.
Last question. I spoke to Dominic Ingle recently. I asked him who he felt was the best promoter last year. His words were, some promoters can do it for 5 to 10 years, but your dad's done it for the 30 years, and he felt your dad was back on top last year. So your response to them comments?
Thank you, Dominic. And it's probably 40 years. That's what it is. I think it's probably 40 years in promoting. You got to love what you're doing. You just got to keep grafting and keep grinding, and we certainly do that on a daily basis.
Congratulations on signing Moses Itauma. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Cheers.